Did you find Verlander right or left calf? If it's his left calf, it seems like less of an issue. Okay, so that's his push-off leg.
It's facial disruption, but no muscle fiber disruption. Fascial? F-A-S? Okay, I don't know what that means.
Okay, well, fascial strains can be difficult too. So fascia is, so you have your skin, and then you have your fascia, and then you have like your larger muscle tissue underneath. And so fascia can get like very rigid and stiff. So if you don't maintain like the elasticity of the fascia, it can tear. So it seems like that's what happened a little bit there. Being his drive off leg, and being as powerful as he is, and as inclusive with all of his body, it's really hard to not use your calf. It's one of those muscles you don't really even pay attention to. It's just kind of there. It's more you think about your quad and your glute, your hamstring, your core rotation, your T-spine, your shoulders, your elbow, stuff like that. The calf is probably, when you're great, it's like the last thing you think about, like when you think about being an issue. But when it happens, I think Josh Donaldson dealt with a calf injury for like a year or so. I know back in the day, like Houston Street used to, because, you know, we're fairly close. He used to have issues with his calves, and they just linger and linger. So hopefully Verlander can recover from this, and he's in tune with his body enough to know maybe he can back off a little bit and control some of his intensity to still go out there and do his thing. Because look, Verlander at 92, 94 is still pretty damn good. So if he's able to go out there and compete and be able to command the ball and spin his breaking balls and pitch fairly deep into games at 70%, the Astros will definitely take that.
So a big interesting thing to me about this is Justin Verlander has got 152 innings this year. He's the clear front runner before this injury to win the Cy Young Award. Now with this injury, he's 10 innings short of qualifying for like ERA titles and all that stuff. You need to throw 162 innings to qualify for like leaguely or annual league awards like that. Then from a Cy Young perspective, the least innings ever pitched to win a Cy Young was Blake Snell, had like 180 and a third. And so if Verlander misses a couple starts, he comes back, you'd imagine he probably has 12 to 15 innings left in him. That would put him over the 162 inning qualified threshold, but well below the lowest inning count. Then you introduce the two guys underneath him, which would be Shane McClanahan and Dylan Cease. And now with McClanahan's injury, it's like Dylan Cease is the only guy.
He's a front runner
right now.
He's the front runner. So who would be, I guess, fourth on that list?
Probably Shohei or Alek Manoah, but those guys would be well behind one of these three. I think that you would see voters go to a very low inning count. Now, I don't believe that you have to throw 162 to qualify for the Cy Young. I do not believe the Cy Young Award has an inning threshold. I do know for like to say you're the ERA or you led the league in wins or whatever, you have to be I shouldn't say lead the league in wins. This is you guys understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Cease is obviously he's the front runner now. It's unfortunate because you want to see the guys at the top, the top three, top four, kind of pitch healthy and kind of push each other. Not that they're like, like a hawk watching the other guys, but you pay attention. Like if you're in line to potentially win a Cy Young or something like that, like it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So I think with Cease, obviously we had him on the show. We had a really awesome episode with him. I'm gonna, start sending him links about, some about orchards and disc golf, and just kind of get those vibes in there, and just get him in a good space. Even though I don't need to do, he doesn't need me to do that. I'm sure he's in a good space without that, but just to kind of push him along a little bit, and kind of give him some fuel to continue doing his thing. But I mean, this guy seems rock solid as long as he stays healthy. It seems like he's going to be the guy that wins the Cy Young.